What if the most dangerous words ever spoken came from the mouth of Jesus? Not because they incited war or chaos or rebellion, but because they called for a transformation so radical. It threatened everything comfortable, religious, and safe. Jesus didn't speak to blend in. He spoke to expose hearts, confront systems, and offer a kingdom that turned the world upside down. These aren't quotes to hang on your wall. They're truths that break chains and break pride. Here are number 10 to number 1 of the most radical things Jesus ever said, and what they still demand of us today. 10. Love your enemies. Luke 6:27. Most people want justice. Jesus preached mercy. Loving friends is easy. Loving enemies? That's divine. Jesus wasn't naive. He knew betrayal, injustice, and violence. Yet he calls us to respond with the same grace he showed on the cross. Loving enemies doesn't excuse their wrong. It declares that evil will not have the final word. In a world where revenge is power, love is rebellion. And this isn't optional. It's the mark of a true disciple. Number 9, take up your cross daily and follow me. Luke 9:23. This wasn't a metaphor for mild inconvenience. In the Roman world, the cross meant death. Public, painful, humiliating death. Jesus didn't promise comfort. He promised crucifixion of the ego. Following him means dying to self, ambitions, pride, preferences, every single day, not once at an altar, daily. The way of Jesus isn't an accessory to your life. It is your life, a surrendered life, a carried cross, a daily yes, no matter the cost. 8. The last will be first, and the first last. Matthew 20:16. The kingdom flips the scoreboard. In our world, power, recognition, and achievement define success. But Jesus says, that's not how heaven sees it. The ones who lead quietly, love humbly, serve without applause. Those are the ones God exalts. The rich in pride, they go last. The poor in spirit, they rise. The widow who gave 2 coins, she gave more than the wealthy. Jesus doesn't just invite us to serve. He warns that trying to climb the ladder could cost you the kingdom. 7. Anyone who looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery in his heart. Matthew 5:28. Jesus wasn't satisfied with surface obedience. He aimed at the heart. This was radical in a culture that judged action but ignored intention. Jesus shows us that sin begins long before behavior. It starts in the imagination. And he's not just talking about men or sexuality. He's teaching us that holiness is internal. Purity isn't about avoiding scandal. It's about aligning our hearts with heaven, even when no one's watching. Number 6. Do not worry about tomorrow. Matthew 6:34. In a world driven by anxiety, Jesus offers a freedom that seems absurd. Don't worry about the job, the diagnosis, the bills. Yes, don't worry. Not because life is easy, but because God is present. Jesus reminds us that our Father clothes the lilies, feeds the birds, and knows what we need. Worry adds nothing. Trust changes everything. This isn't passive ignorance, it's active surrender. Let tomorrow worry about itself. Today, trust the one who holds both. Number 5. Let the dead bury their own dead. Luke 9:60. Harsh at first glance, but look deeper. This is about urgency. Jesus isn't dismissing grief. He's elevating the call. There are moments when the kingdom demands immediate obedience. Following Jesus means putting him above tradition, expectation, and delay. When the Spirit moves, hesitation is disobedience. This saying cuts through the noise of later. It calls us into now, into surrender, into purpose that can't wait. Number 4, blessed are the persecuted. Matthew 5:10. Jesus didn't just acknowledge suffering. He called it a blessing. Not because pain is good, but because those who suffer for righteousness are marked by heaven. The world honors comfort. Jesus honors courage. When your faith costs you, relationships, respect, reputation. You are not failing. You're walking in the footsteps of the crucified King. Persecution isn't a detour, it's a confirmation. Blessed are the insulted, the mocked, the rejected, for theirs is the kingdom. Number 3, you must be born again. John 3:3. This wasn't poetic, it was piercing. Nicodemus had religion, position, and knowledge, and Jesus told him, none of it matters if you haven't been reborn. Being born again means a new nature, not just new habits. It's not self-help, it's spiritual resurrection. Baptism isn't a ceremony, it's a death and rebirth. Jesus didn't come to improve you, he came to remake you. Without the new birth, he says, no one sees the kingdom. That's not a warning, it's an invitation. Number 2, no one comes to the Father except through me. John 14:6. This is the line in the sand. In a world that celebrates many paths, Jesus boldly declared, I am the way, not a way, the way. This offends the world and always has. But truth isn't based on popularity. Jesus made the exclusive claim that he alone is the door to God, not your works, not religion, not sincerity, just him. One name, one cross, one empty tomb. This isn't arrogance, it's rescue. Number 1, it is finished. John 19:30. The final breath of Jesus wasn't defeat, it was declaration. Every sin, every curse, every separation between God and man finished. With one sentence, hell lost its grip, shame lost its voice, and grace took the throne. Jesus didn't say, I am finished. He said it is. The work is done, the debt is paid, you are free. Those 3 words are the foundation of our faith. They don't invite effort, they invite surrender. So, which one of these radical words is speaking to you right now? Drop the verse that hit you hardest in the comments. Someone else might need it. And if this stirred your faith, follow for more bold, unfiltered truth straight from the mouth of Jesus.